It's not wrong. All right. It's wrong.
Anyone in here yet?
Yep.
Hey Sherry, how you doing? First one in.
She usually is one of the first
Yeah,
ones.
she is. Hey Peachy Pie, how you doing? Hi Thomas. Hey Liam. Hey Cindy. Hey there Belinda. Hi Nat. Hi Jennifer.
Oh,
Great crowd here.
wow. What'd you call
Geez, Wednesday Cook Day and more.
it?
And Belinda goes, Wednesday, LOL. No, you have got the wrong idea, Belinda. Okay. So anyone here live in Florida? Oh, okay, Sherry, that's cool. She's going to get her granddaughter's laptop here in a couple of weeks. So she'll be able to do her mod work.
Yeah.
Missouri. Thomas, oh, you're in Florida, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, Liam, I knew you were from Georgia. And I know, hey, Angel, how you doing? I've been thinking about you, Angel. I haven't seen you for a long time. Cindy's from Georgia as well. Okay. And let's see, Nat's from around Illinois or Indiana or somewhere in there, I believe. Oh, Sherry, I'm sorry to hear that. Orlando. Well, prayers out to you all, or any of your relatives that live in Florida, Boy, I heard it's supposed to be bad. It's upgrading. So if you're in Georgia, or if you're in Florida, please be careful. But I know Georgia will be getting it next. Oh, okay. I know where that is, Thomas. I have a friend that used to live in Winter Haven. Oh yeah, poor Marie. She's gonna be getting it. I hope they're okay. Hope everyone's okay. And let me see. I know Sue.
Double Sue.
Double Sue. Yeah, I know.
Prayers out to Double Sue.
Prayers out to her too.
Batting down them hatches.
She lives out in that area too of Florida, not far from Marie, I believe. Yeah, just keep them in your prayers, and then worry about Georgia next, because it looks like it'll be heading that way. I always hate to hear about that stuff. Yeah. Hard to tell what they're doing right now. Anyway, I wanted to show you all some stuff. That's why I called it Cook Day, because I've been showing you my collections, but Albert collects stuff himself. And his big thing is, hold on just a sec. I won't even say it. I'll spell it out to you. Well, Coca-Cola. Like, this sign's old. I think it's probably worth some money from what I could find online. I see them priced from 100 to 1,000 and something. Hold on. That was the first thing he got, Coca-Cola. Then I got him a set of plates to match. They've never been used. Sat up in a shelf. Oh, you do too, Belinda, huh? Yeah, it's an antique. Well, getting into the newer stuff. Here's it's a little Coke machine, but it's actually a radio. There's a radio built inside. I just grabbed you some of the neater things he has. Here's a Coca-Cola miniature locker. And we've got straw containers and napkin containers and lunch boxes. And here's a Coke truck. I know it's all subject. But yeah, I've been sharing my likes and stuff with you all. And, you know, Albert likes a lot of that stuff too, but this one was more for him. Because everyone always gives him the Coke stuff for Christmas and stuff. But the kitchen's full of it. And there's a whole shelf, cabinet shelf, or two. There's two of them actually full of it, hanging up everywhere, and it's taken over the refrigerator and some more shelves, and it's just everywhere. Well, I was hoping Sue might stop in because I remember she had talked about recycling things. And someone gave us some old Depression ware glass, and it wasn't in good condition. Actually, it had a plate holder or something, and it was missing a piece. And then there was a candy dish, and it didn't have a lid. Plus, it has like a little crack out of the corner over here. You maybe see. But so what we did, we had these two odd pieces, and super glued them together, and it made a halfway decent Ah, Sherry, that's my line. I collect dust. That's my favorite line. You have an old Coke dispenser. Oh, that's cool, Belinda. We have an old Coke display stand that looks like a dispenser, but it's not.
It's a cooler.
Yeah, it's like a cooler. But, oh, thank you. Just, we were talking about recycling stuff and everything. Well, thanks, Nat. Yeah, I thought it was okay, Cindy, before, but looking at it in this light here, it's like it turned all sorts of colors. It was pretty cool looking. I can't wait to see what it looks like on film after we're done. The depression glass, it was like shiny blue and all these other colors. And Jennifer says, "Hello, Albert."
Hello. Just get me in. Yes, get into it.
He's back there getting ready to go to bed here soon. It's that Saturday night thing. Got to work at 4 in the morning. But yeah, Japan, China, Egypt. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of stuff from all over the world too, Liam. I used to have like pen pals from all over the world. Belinda said, "Hey, Al."
Hey, Belinda.
Yeah, I used to have pen pals that all over, and we trade off little gifts and stuff, and I still have a lot of stuff.
Money. They've sent money for. That was a lot.
Wow, 150 sets of salt and pepper shakers.
Oh my God, my aunt had something like that. She even had one with John F. Kennedy in a rocking chair.
Oh. His aunt had one of John F. Kennedy in a rocking chair. Oh, I see, Liam.
She looked big on too.
Oh. Nah, I was expecting a guest star on here. Danny, he was supposed to come on. He said this morning, but he must have gotten tied up with something. And let's see, Belinda, and she's having some problems with her computer now. So,
We'll wing it.
yeah. How do I feel on history? Oh, I love history, Jennifer. Oh. That's cool. But
The ancestors.
yeah, I traced my ancestors, and I've done a lot of Alberts, and I've got a lot of Celtic and German in mine, surprisingly.
Lost my phone. Can't find it. 2 days ago.
Let me see. I love you too, Angel. Oh, German music box. I have uh I have like a bunch of old books, German books. Um, oh, you have Irish in your family too, Nat? I believe it. Mine dates back to the probably the 1700s or so. It goes back a ways. Huh. Your dolls are on a mission. Okay, what kind of mission? You got me curious.
Dolls on a mission.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to have you up here, Belinda.
You her over in that house across the street.
Oh, hey, Danny. How you doing? Okay. Were you still wanting to come on with me?
You got a apartment of 12 people in the house.
Yeah. Hey, Tater.
Plans for Labor Day weekend.
Oh, I do too. Oh boy. Okay. Send a message on Facebook. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back. I have to go over and check my Facebook.
For
So I can send a link.
oh,
Sorry, folks. My computer runs slow. Hmm. I'm still waiting. Let me get. Oh, come on. My messages are real slow to come up.
not just a couple weeks ago. It was still daylight outside. Now it's dark.
Oh, here they come. Just talk amongst yourselves, folks. Sorry about the delay. Check out each other's sites and join if you haven't already. Check them out. Might be something good you've been missing. Okay. Oh, almost got it. Here we go.
You don't always have
Okay.
your
Yeah, everyone's going to get bored. Okay, Danny. It's coming. Oh, how did it end up with that? There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay.
You have to click on that.
Wait, let me see what I've been missing. Tater, we're talking about Coca-Cola, which honestly, it started out having real cocaine in it. It's a little fact. And you know, people chose Coke back in those days over Pepsi. Okay, Danny, getting you up here. Okay, come on.
There it is. But
There we go.
Okay, Danny. Are you there?
I'm here.
can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hey, yes, we hear you now.
There you go.
So how you been?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just gotta adjust this volume here so I don't get too much feedback. There we go. Hey, Bama, how you doing? How's everybody out there in YouTubeville? So today I went with a couple of my YouTubians in town here. I had two young investigators with me today. And we went to the cemetery and we got some crossroads dirt and we got some holy graveyard dirt so I can make some bags for some people. So we had quite a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool. That's really good. Myself, but it's normally pretty quiet here. Oh, Sherry said Al sing for us.
Sing.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a singer. I will bring down the house.
Okay. Hi, Bama Bell is. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind on the messages.
Nice to meet you too, Liam.
Okay, I think I'm caught up now.
How you doing, Southern Belle?
I can't see without my phone.
Thank you, Sandy.
Albert lost his phone today.
Oh, that's no good. You shouldn't be losing your phone. What if you got to call somebody? No,
He
you're
does
screwed.
it all the time.
Oh, you're screwed now, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's dead, so I can't call it. That won't do any good.
No, that won't do no good.
So hopefully he'll show up.
Well, in a vehicle or in a couch, one or the other. It's usually where they end up.
I checked the vehicle. It's not there.
It's been too warm to wear coats, so.
No, not a
Yeah,
couch.
80s.
Chesterfield. Couch. A
Oh, a couch. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. I've always heard them as sofas,
Sofa.
Davenports.
That's a good word, yeah. Sofa.
My grandmother used to
you
call
know,
them Davenports.
that's it.
Albert asked Sebastian to help find it.
Yeah, Sebastian, where'd you hide the phone?
I'm kind of lost without it.
What's Belinda up to? Yeah,
So tomorrow
I don't know.
we're going to Red Rock. We're going to the old native burial ground there. And we're going to go give some blessings to the lands, give some fruit and stuff to the spirits. And then we're going to pour water for the spirits so that they, have some energy. So we're going to be making a cinema of all that tomorrow.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they've been
Our
asking.
last video. That was huge.
They were asking me now for about 4 weeks. I was supposed to get there since a month ago, so we're gonna go tomorrow. I'll finally get off my butt and get there, But
Hey Sherry, how you doing?
hey, Sherry, how you doing?
No, we've been talking about going over and blessing that house before the tenant moves in.
Well, that'd probably be it.
But
They'd probably appreciate that, Like, I don't know.
yeah,
about you.
with all that's been going on.
I don't know about you, but if I had a tenant, right, and they're sleeping in bed and something grabbed them by the ankles and yanked them onto the floor, they'd probably be pretty pissed. They probably wouldn't like that very much.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so it might be a good idea,
No.
I mean, nobody wants to be sitting there with your morning cup of coffee and have some.
They live in a. Well,
Nobody wants to be sitting there at breakfast going to take a sip of coffee and come smack them in the back of the head, like. You're freezing up on me.
Well,
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, there you are. I was getting ready to say the same thing about you.
Well, look at that. See?
Oh, well, Sherry, you're close, if not on the dot. I forget what part of Canada you're in, Danny.
I'm in Ontario. But people think I'm from Nova Scotia and all these other places. I'm 75% Scottish and 25% Irish and Canadian. So if you mix all those three together, it's really simple to have this accent.
Oh, well, yeah, it's funny because I guessed Irish.
Yeah.
The Scottish threw me a bit. You
Uh-oh.
kind of have that accent.
Thank you. Thank you, I think. Baba's got a doctor. I hope hubby's does okay. Blessings for hubby over there. Yeah, well, you know, if you don't sell that beautiful place, you know, I'm gonna see if I can work something out to get enough money. I'll get it off you, and I'll keep it, demons and all. And that way, when I'm bored, I can go there and choke slam a couple and have a good time. You know.
Well, okay, sure. Yeah, if it falls through, we'll keep you in mind.
Yeah, keep me in mind because you know I love owning possessed and haunted places. You know, they don't bother me too much, and then I like to clear them out once in a while, and you know.
Well,
Besides, Astro gets hungry.
actually, Albert was talking. Albert was talking to the woman that lived there. Well, she rented the place right before the squatters went in and did their thing. And what was some of the stuff she was telling you?
Lena, all she was telling me all kinds of things about. Most of what she seen was black, dark. She said she seen a dark swirling mass in one room and like dark shadow. She said they gave her quite a. She does not regret getting out of that house at all.
Did you say stuff?
Wow.
Oh yeah, stuff would move around. A gun. She had a gun.
Swirling mass. Dark swirling mass are normally tricksters, so that would make sense.
Oh well, that's a relief.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, she was pretty scared.
And they like to appear to be meaner and bigger and tougher than they are. Tricksters are pretty tough, regardless. But I mean, they always, you know, like a Chihuahua.
Oh yeah.
You know, a Chihuahua thinks it's a German Shepherd. You know, sort of a deal. Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
Diana.
how you doing? Hey, Nat. Yeah. So
But,
you know, so you got a Chihuahua spirit there. You know. Hey, Al,
someone
I
had
can only
suggested
see
that.
part of your ear. I can only see part of your ear, Al. You need to move so we can see your ear.
Yeah, I see part of your ear. Oh,
Well, they
hold on.
stick out enough.
You know.
Let me see. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go over this way. Okay.
Hey, say now if we get Al to shift this way, then we'll be able to see him too.
Let me try.
There you go.
Okay.
See?
What's that?
There, now we see you.
Okay. There he is. Yeah, we can see
Okay,
you now.
so as you can see, people, it's not a haunted house. You weren't just hearing a voice. There is another person there, as you can see. You know, just in case you were worried that there was a voice, you know, disembodied voice. It's not really. It's just Al.
No, he wasn't doing it this time. He did make a heck of a noise though, and it scared the crap out of me. I swear. It was all quiet in there and everything, and suddenly this big clank and
Oh
I
yeah,
hit the roof.
yeah, they can scare the crap out of you. That's for sure. Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, tricksters, especially if they've been around for a while, they get pretty damn strong. Don't get me wrong, you know. But compared to their big brothers, they're not as bad. They're bad, but not as bad.
Well, that's good. Good. Someone had it's been leading me to believe that it's a demon, and that maybe it's somebody, just pretending to be mean and a demon.
Yeah, well, it could just be a lot of tricksters are really old human spirits that they're so twisted in their way of thinking, and they're so angry that they don't resemble people very much anymore. They're more likely to be seen as a demonic thing. They're not really,
Okay.
but they're nasty enough and they're mean enough. And sometimes human spirits, when they're twisted enough, they're even worse because you can't really. They're unpredictable. They're going to do whatever comes to mind. Like they're still going to have greed. They're still going to have wanting power. They're still going to have, where a demon class, it's easy to figure out what their end game is. It's easier to figure out how to deal with them, what kind of things you've got to use to fight them and stuff. Whereas a twisted human spirit, man, I mean, you'll be thinking one thing and all of a sudden it'll switch and start doing because it's so random, right? So sometimes the humans are even worse, depending on the age and how angry they are and how long they've been twisted. And, they get to a point where they don't even resemble much humanity left in them, just like Wendigos, the same thing. It's just a very twisted human soul that becomes demonic in nature, So that's probably what that is. It's probably demonic in nature, and it's probably a really twisted one, and it's kind of like a trickster as well. Eh? So it's not something you want to mess with. I mean, deal with it, but hey, Amy, how you doing, sweetheart? What the paranormal?
Hi, What the Paranormal. Glad you could join us. I haven't really been reading the chat. Sorry if I missed anything, folks. So is there any specific, in general, any way of getting rid of a trickster?
Oh, yeah.
Or just vary?
There's like 5 or 6 different ways you could do it. You can sanctify the house. I mean, I can give you all the information. There's a few things you can do that's on my What the Paranormal. So you want to be a paranormal investigator or how to cleanse your house and stuff. And then you can basically claim it as holy ground so no dark spirits can come in, or blessed ground, I guess, But yeah, there's all kinds of ways. I'll be happy to talk it over with you and if you need any help.
Okay. I just might.
Yeah, if you need a hand, just let me know. I'll be happy to give you a hand with it.
Okay. Liam said that all he saw was a mad, angry old man with blue-colored skin.
Yeah. So that.
Wow.
Yeah, that could be a trickster. That could be like I was saying, it could be a twisted human spirit. And they will become tricksters. They can become Wendigos. They can become. Depends how twisted they get. That it will depend on what level they're going to be, right?
Yeah. Hey, Lady Nighthawk. How you doing? A lot of angry EVPs. Yeah, there was really. That house has gotten a whole lot of angry EVPs and stuff.
Hey, Nighthawk.
Boy. But yeah, it's funny because you mentioned about the old man, Liam, that you saw. The girl lived in that house when she was young. She said every night an old man would come in and stand at the foot of her bed and wake her up, and she would have to run into her mom's bed and sleep. And this every night.
Hey, Oscar.
So that's wild. I was just thinking.
Yeah, I would. That's what I would think it would be. a twisted human spirit. And I think Bama's in here. She'd probably agree with that theory. I don't really think it's a demon per se, but I think it's a twisted human that's gathered the demonic attributes.
Huh. Okay.
And like I say, they're
I
just as dangerous. So you got to be careful when treading in there, eh?
Yeah.
Like they like
Well,
like a twisted spirit, it's still got the urges to greed and stuff, right? They got greed, they got ambition, So in a way, you got to be careful how you deal with them.
yes, Sherry, I agree. He is so interesting. It's hard for me to read the chat. I'm just so wrapped up into it.
We're listening to you, Danny. That's why.
What, like you?
But yeah, I know spirits do hate change. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And that house has seen a lot of change.
Yeah, that kind of stuff fuels them up, eh? And everybody thinks it's because of the change that gets the spirits go. It's not just that. It's all the energy that you're putting into the place. Like you're trying to make the place better. You're trying to, like a spirit's not going to get pissed off at you if you're trying to make their place better, right? However, when people are doing construction work or whatever, they hit their thumb and they start swearing, they get angry, they get pissed off, they start kicking the hammers around, and all that energy, and even the happy energy, when you're putting that energy into the place, you're feeding anything that's there, right? So they're devouring. Like for a long time, there's been no energy in the place. And now it's not the change that's making them do the thing. It's the energy that people are putting out trying to fix it. All this energy is like a smorgasbord for them. So they're going to get more active and more, if they're bad, they're going to be, if they're arseholes, they're going to be arseholes. And if they're good people, you're going to notice good things happening. But it's really the energy that people are putting into fixing the place that causes it to rise up. It's not so much because you took a piece of drywall down and put a new one up. You don't give a crap, because in the spirit world, the place doesn't change, right? Like a spirit could be in a room and that room still might be immaculate. It might have, beautiful wallpaper. It might have wonderful furniture. It's going to be the way they're going to be in that, that side of the realm. They're going to be on that part of the veil. So their house, if you think about it, their house isn't going to change. It's the physical house that's changing, right? So a lot of times they won't even notice that you're changing your house. But all the energy that's going in there, that feeds them, right? So they become a heck of a lot more active.
Irene put a lot of the woman that was going to rent it off of me changed her mind because of a lot of the things. But yeah, she put a lot of energy and she did her share of swearing and
yeah, like I say, the more energy you feed it, and it's like a car battery. If you're charging up a car battery and it's a slow charge, and you have a place for the overspill to go, you're never going to have a problem with that battery, right? Well, if you get a surge going through there and you get a fast charge, that battery can explode. Okay. Same thing in the spirit world. If it's a slow trickle of energy coming into a place, the spirits aren't going to devour it, and explode. They're going to try to conserve that energy, so they're not going to be as active. But when you're getting explosions of energy in there, they're going to use that to their advantage.
Well, the place not long ago, just months, had a bunch of squatters living in there too. There was all sorts of problems, drugs, and you name it, it was going on over there.
Oh yeah.
I imagine they left a lot of negative energy.
Well, yeah, and whatever was there would have ate it all up. So now it's going to be, see, that's what I'm saying. Like this twisted individual is going to be supercharged now, right? He's got all this energy. Yeah. And every time you put just a little bit more energy, it recharges it. So, I mean, there's your problem right there in a nutshell.
Boy.
All right, Oscar.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay.
Running things through her mind, through their mind.
Yeah, I imagine it would, Liam. That's how I kind of figured that when they die, that things look like when they died.
Yeah, well, you know, when people see apparitions and when you, it's because the veil in that spot is thinner, right? So you're going to see apparition, and depends how thin that veil is at that particular moment. Will depend on how solid the image you're going to see is, right? Because it's closer to you, and you're closer to it because the veil is a lot thinner, right? So that's why sometimes you'll see an apparition that's very solid, almost human, right? Well, if you could look at the room they're standing in, that room would look as solid, you know, as it did, and it would look like the way that they see it. You know what I mean? It's not what you see. It's just on the other side, so it's different, you know, than what we see.
Yeah, that particular thing had told us that its name was Moloch. Moloch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I looked it up, and that's a demon from the Bible.
Yeah, that's the Raven demon. It wouldn't be him.
Oh, really?
It wouldn't be him.
It wouldn't.
Good person to talk to about that is Bama. Actually, Bama could give you lots of information. But yeah, no, that's definitely got to be a twisted trickster. Say that 3 times fast. That's got to be a twisted twixter for sure.
Sounding like a titty.
You know, buttery taste, you know. I'd be like, holy crap, say that 3 times fast, you're gonna have a heck of a time. But
oh, I know.
But yeah, that would definitely be it, right? Because now they're going to be using things to scare you, and they're going to be trying to see if it can avert your attention, which is what it's trying to do, into thinking it's something else. Now, when you go there to fight it, if you think it's this thing, so you bring these things, it's basically deflecting you, so you're not actually affecting it.
Oh, I see.
See, that's what it's doing. It's just trying to deflect your way of thinking, so you come with the wrong thing to battle with it. Like that's why when I do exorcisms or I do house exorcisms, things like that, I always go and do a walkthrough first during the daytime and whatever, you know, me and the group. Sometimes we always go do a walkthrough, try to figure out what's really there. And a lot of times, you know, we think, oh, it might be this, might be that. And then we go on the walkthrough, right? And as we're going around through the walkthrough, like these little, they give themselves away. There's little things, you know. Of course, you gotta know what you're looking at. Like I've been doing this over 50 years. So every entity, every type of entity has telltales, you know, like little things that they do that another entity wouldn't do, sort of a thing. So anyway, you go into these places and you do these walkthroughs and stuff. And as you're going through, it's like, okay, wait a second. Like, why would a demon give a crap about this one particular room and not the whole house, right? Now, all of a sudden, that tells you, like, because when a demon takes over a place, it takes over the whole place, So now you're thinking, okay, so maybe it's not a demon. It could be any of the other things. It could be elemental. It could be, uh, a devil dog type deal. It could be, doesn't necessarily mean it's not a demon linked thing, right? But it's not a full blood because otherwise it would take over the whole place, right? So there's all these different. That's just for an example, but there's all these different little telltale signs that these entities leave behind, and if you investigate it and check out each spot and watch it and see for yourself what's going on, you realize that there's a lot of little things left here and there that you can kind of piece together more or less what you're dealing with, eh? But you really got to look over the location. I mean, you really got to investigate the whole place and feel each room. Like, okay, if everything's happening in the basement, well, why is it happening in the basement? Why isn't it happening upstairs? Like what category, is in the basement? Well, now you're looking at elementals, you're looking at twisted humans, because they're pulling the energy from the ground, right? They're there because that's where the energy is going to be, right? Now, if you're they're in the attic, right? So these things are in the attic. That's where most of your stuff is happening. Now you're talking about woodlands, so you're talking about anything that wants lighter energy so that they can twist it. So that's going to be a different type of thing, So, and that's the way you got to look at it. You got to judge like what areas being the most affected, where are they getting there, where are they pulling this energy from, and it'll give you a good guideline, or at least a ballpark figure what you're dealing with.
Well, I know in that place, it's every floor, pretty much.
Seems to be.
Yeah.
To one extreme or the other. Yeah, it's throughout the house. Seems to be.
Yeah, well, see, that would make sense to someone that lived there before, that died a long time ago on property. So that would unless it's, so basically there you go. It's either a demonic thing or something that's land based, because it can affect the whole area, right? So it might not be the house so much as it is the land, right? Because if it can affect the whole house, it's basically two things. Demon, if it's affecting the entire area, it's either two things: demon, or it's a land-based haunting. And if it's a land-based haunting, now you're looking at a very twisted entity, a very twisted dark human entity. Either way, it's a pile of shit you don't really want in your house.
Hey, Don, how you doing? I saw Don come in a little while ago. Okay, welcome sort of back, Oscar.
Especially, I was reading something.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Something about religious items. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, sometimes religious items can give you a clue. Depending on how they're affected too, makes a big difference. Like if they're moved or if something happens to them that's really apparent, and it's meant to shock you, right? I would lean more towards a twisted spirit. But if it's something that wouldn't shock you so much physically, but it does emotionally or spiritually, now I'm leaning towards something even darker, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like let's say a cross goes flying across a room and hits the window. Okay, that's some twisted, mean master. He's trying to screw with your head. Okay, let's say that cross caught on fire. Now we're talking about a demon, or let's say that cross turned upside down and spun. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the way it's moved. So the way I would suggest it to you, if it looks like it could be poltergeist movement of a religious object, so if the religious object looks like it's a poltergeist movement, chances are it's not a demon. It's just trying to scare the shit out of you. If it's something that goes beyond that, okay, now that's how you kind of that's kind of a telltale sign too.
Okay.
I wonder if it's more dimensional than it is.
Yeah,
It seems to be a more dimensional thing.
it's a more, yeah, exactly.
So Belinda wants to know how to get rid of this trickster.
Well, I will tell you separately. Like, I don't want to give information exact, like, because it's kind of dangerous to give too much. But basically, with a trickster, you got to figure out what's got them there in the first place. You need to figure out what their power source is. Okay. Now you want to cleanse that power source and get it out of there. Once you've done that, you've taken away all its extra juice, and now you can deal with it as just a normal spirit that you got to cross over. So, like that's as much as because I it's kind of like you got to be careful what you say. But yeah, so you basically, with any trickster, you want to find out what's giving it its power, what its power source is, and you want to negate that. Once you do that, it drops its energy by 50%. Now you can deal with it as you would any spirit, like any, human spirit that's nasty or good. You can cross them over just the same way you would any other spirit. But you have to get rid of that because that's a tether for it. It ties it to that location, right? So you have to figure out how to negate that.
Yeah.
And same like with land-based things that are based on land, you have to make the land holy ground or consecrated in order to break that link that it has. If you don't, you'll never get rid of it because it's land-based. It's not going to move on, right? And that's where you got to exercise the land in order to get rid of it.
Okay, I see.
I was just watching the cameras.
Oh, no, Liam, boy, I can't quite describe it. I just felt funny, like real fast.
I gotta take a quick minute break. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, Danny. That happened to me. It wasn't much, as I just was arm and leg going weak and afraid I was going to fall. So I backed up toward the wall so I could slide down it if did that. But no, I didn't feel a touch that time. I have normal touches or pats or something. Well, Oscar, I've always talked to them when we've been over there. I don't think they other than holy crap, you're trying to get rid of everything in that place. Well, luckily there's not a lot in there right now. Wow. Does anyone have any questions for Danny?
I'm back. Yeah, like over 90%.
spirits.
Just over nine.
I
nine-
think Belinda had contacted the same. I was just wondering thing it might, but how what happened to her that night she was given a call.
Yeah, it's like
That-
a door slamming with a lot of power where it can knock you on your butt.
Oh.
So,
But anyway, 90%
I don't
of
need
all
that.
of demonic cases that I've worked on, about 90%, I'd say, aren't really demons at all. They're just really, really twisted human spirits, and they're strong. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really strong, and they get their strength from fear. They get their strength from energy. They get their strength. So if they can convince the people that are involved that it's a demon, right? People get more afraid. It gives them more energy, right? So they're gonna. It only makes sense that these twisted spirits want everyone to think that they're demons because that gives them a lot more power, right? Because now you're
Yeah.
thinking this is something that's way out of your league, when in reality, with the right training and with the right attitude and stuff, you'd be able to deal with most of it yourself. So lots and lots of these twisted spirits always claim the name of a demon, and they'll do all kinds of things to make you believe that that's what it is, because that gives them a lot more power. Because now you're a lot more scared, right? But
Yeah.
but they're no
Honestly,
joke.
yeah.
They're no joke. Like, to be honest, there have been a lot of cases where it's been a twisted spirit that I would have rather been fighting a demon, because they're more. I'm not saying demons are stupid, but they're kind of one-track minded. They kind of got a game plan, and this is what they want, and they don't veer from it very much. Whereas a twisted human spirit, they're all over the place. Like, you think they're going after this, well, actually, they're just kind of tricking you that they're going that way so that they can get something over here. They're diabolical thinkers. They like to twist you around so that you don't know where they're going to go next. So, like, a lot of times, the twisted humans are even harder to fight.
Oh boy.
Welcome back, Bama.
I have a coworker who wants. She wants to bring. Her son was killed by a hit-and-run driver years ago, and she wants to bring his clothes and his shoes that he was wearing at the time that he was killed to me and kind of try to contact him. What do you think about something like that? She asked about it, and I was like, I'm not sure.
There's nothing wrong with doing that.
So she had watched the show.
Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with trying to reach out. In my opinion, this is only my opinion. This is not up for debate. This is not the opinion of the host. This is the opinion of the person sitting on the panel. Okay. A little disclaimer for you. It's my opinion. As long as things are done with respect and with honor, and you have integrity, and you're trying to talk to the spirits, they're going to know whether you're full of crap or whether you're being sincere. And as long as you're being sincere, I don't see any problem reaching out to lost loved ones or anything else like that. Like, when you think about them, when you're sitting there and you're thinking aside, you're focusing on them, that's exactly what you're doing anyway, right? You're reaching out to their memory. You're reaching out to them. So, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If it's done with love and it's done with respect and you're using integrity, and you're not saying, jump through hoops or whatever, you just want to have an open conversation. If they so choose, that's added in there. Like, if you so choose, if you'd like to talk, we're here to listen. Then I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as you're not doing it for other reasons other than the fact that, you're being sincere. I mean, sure, you can do it for your channel, you can do it for, other stuff, but the actual contact has to be sincere. You're doing it to help this lady to reach to her son. Then there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a nice thing to do. It's kind of a blessing, and if the spirits think it's right, and if the spirits want to bless the lady with this and bless you with the ability to help her, then I would say go for it myself.
Yeah, well, she's upset because she don't understand why he hasn't tried contacting her personally in any way. She wants to hear him. She wants to see him. She wants to dream about him. She wants this, but she hasn't, and she's upset that she don't know why. I know she really loved him, and I know that he loved her, and she just really hurt that, there's nothing.
Well, that's
after
probably
his death,
why,
there hasn't been anything.
that's probably why right there, because of the love and everything else. The way I would explain it is, this person died a hard death, right?
Oh yeah.
So imagine they have to get used to the new astral form. They have to get used to the new way things are. They have to be able to figure out how they're supposed to survive and to prosper in this new life, okay, this new way of living. Now, if they're stuck in a death state, right, because they haven't figured out all the stuff yet, why would you want to come to your family and show them that you're not perfect yet? Like, a lot of them get caught up in the fact that, oh, well, I don't want them to see that, there might be something that's not perfectly good, right? So they're trying to make sure they're perfect. They can present themselves perfectly before they show themselves, right? It's like if you had a friend that went to war and got his legs blown off by a landmine, he showed up at your front door and said, "Hey, how's it going?" You're going to be set back, right? It's like, dude, what happened, right? So a lot of times spirits that love other people, they want to make sure that they're presentable. They want to make sure that they've got all their facilities. They want to make sure they can communicate properly. They don't want to mess up their messages when they're talking to you because they don't know how to do it yet. There's all kinds of reasons that that a spirit won't communicate. It's not necessarily that they don't want to. It's not necessarily that they're avoiding you or anything. It's that they want to be able to do it properly, and they don't want you to, like, because if they make a mistake, then the person that they're talking to is going to think, oh no, they're in trouble. Oh no, this or that. When actually they're perfectly fine. They just don't know how to present this new shape, without having the death look on top of it, right? So they haven't shed that part or whatever. So a lot of times it's something as simple as that.
Okay.
So when and that's why, you should never try to attempt to get a hold of your own family member. You let them come to you. You don't try to get a hold of them, or go through someone else. Like, now if you've seen her son in your mind or in your mind's eye, and you can see that he looked bad, you're not going to be attached, okay? So if he says, "I know I look bad, but I'm perfectly fine," you're going to say to her, "Well, what'd he say?" And you're going to say, "He's perfectly fine." You're not going to tell her, "Oh, well, his leg is over there," right? You're going to say, he's perfectly fine.
No.
He's perfectly fine, right? So you're just going to give her,
Right.
you're going to give her the proper information that he's trying to pass on, because you're not going to be biased by, "Oh, you look like this," or "This doesn't look right," or "That's not." You're not going to be biased because you don't know this person, right? You're just a messenger. So whatever that spirit is trying to tell you, or whatever that spirit wants to pass on, you're a messenger. You're going to pass on what the spirit says or what the spirit wants. You're not going to pass on things that it doesn't tell you to. So it's not going to confuse the issue for the person receiving the message. See? And that's why if you have someone that you haven't talked to and you really want to get a hold of them, go to one of your friends. Go to one of your friends that has abilities. Go to, and get them to try to get hold, because they might not be showing themselves simply because they don't want to startle you, right?
Okay. Yeah. That makes the audience loves you, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank
I
you.
was just reading some of the remarks.
I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, you know, you gotta a lot of times things aren't the way that you might assume they are. It could be something so simple that it's not that they don't want to reach out to you. It's not that they don't want to hug you. It's not that they don't want to let you know that they're there. It's that they're afraid that if they do, you might feel something of their death state that no longer bothers them. Like it's not really affecting them in any way, but it's residual and it's hung on to their energy. So they haven't been able to brush that off their energy yet, right? So part of their death state might be residual onto their good energy. There's this wonderful glowing energy. There might be this speck of I don't know, residual stuff. And as a human being, we are programmed to look for trouble. We're programmed to look for pain. We're programmed to look for negative stuff. It's just what we do. We walk into a room and one out of 500 people in the room, they're all laughing and everything else. You will see the one guy that looks pissed off in the far corner before you notice anybody else, because we're programmed that way, right? So when the spirit comes to you, if they've got that residual energy, that's the first thing you're going to notice. So if you're a loved one, you're going to notice that residual energy, and the rest of what's going on is going to elude you, and you're going to be focused on the negative part, and which is they don't want that.
Liam asked a question. Do you know about spirit and visitation and the one that stay on Earth?
Yeah. There's actually 3 or 4 different ways, but I think I know what you're talking about. There are those that are earthbound. For whatever reason, they haven't decided that it's time for them to move on. Okay. There are the others. We'll just work with the main 2. The others that move on, and they come back in visitation form. They come back to visit other people and stuff like that. Okay. So you got your 2 main basics. Now, I would suggest to anybody who has a spirit around their house or has, family members or whatever, and there's one that's sticking around for 20 years, sort of a deal, try to convince that spirit to move on. Because what happens is sometimes spirits are afraid to move on because they don't want to leave the family behind, or they're afraid that they might go someplace bad, or they're afraid of whatever reason. There's nothing worse than being stuck. And I don't care where you're going. Being stuck is going to be the worst, okay? Because what will happen is eventually you're going to become a twisted spirit. A lot of spirits like to stick around to help the family because they don't want to leave the family behind and everything else, which is understandable, right? But what happens when all the family is dead? Old age or whatever, there's nobody left. That spirit's been here so long, it can't even find a path to go to where it's supposed to go next because it's grown over with trees, right? It can't find a path. It's tied to this space. So it's good to tell these spirits, go to where your path goes to next. Go to the light or go to the next stage, or, if you're supposed to go to this path or that path or whatever. I don't believe there's just 1 or 2 places. I believe there's thousands of places they go. But go to wherever you're supposed to go next and put your marker there. Cross over to that marker. Now you're tethered to that, right? So now you can come back and visit as long as you want, whenever you want. You're still tethered to that. So say in 10 years you wanted to move on, it's okay because you still can go back and forth, right? You come back and forth and visit. You're not going to be stuck here. You have a place to go, So always especially if you love the spirit, you have a spirit around, you don't want the spirit to go wham, wham, wham because you're attached, whatever. Yeah, that's your problem. It's not fair to the spirit, and it's not fair to you, because what happens if that spirit gets stuck here, right? So
Yeah.
make sure you get your spirit friends to go to where they're supposed to go, to put their mark, right? To put their tether line. And then tell them, look, you can go there, put your mark, figure out that area a little bit, and then come and visit as much as you want. You're welcome back to visit, right? Give them the open door. If they're your friends and family, say, hey, we're connected by bloodline, so we're always going to be tethered anyway. I'm tethered to my ancestors from 1,000 years ago, right? They're still bloodline, so we're always going to be tethered anyway. So cross over, right? Get yourself tethered to where you're supposed to be, and then come and go as you please. You're welcome to visit anytime you want, right? Then that way, the spirit will never get stuck, and your friend will never get stuck.
Huh. Well, that sounds neat. I never consider it like that.
It's very easy for them to move on if you encourage them, but it takes encouragement sometimes, and they need to know. And that's the biggest fear. Like I found, maybe 80% of the spirits that don't cross, they're afraid to cross because you might not invite them back. They're afraid to cross because they think that they can't come for a visit, right? But if you reassure them and say, look, we're connected because of the love we have for each other, or we're connected because of our bloodline, or we're connected because of the way we think about each other, right? We have this tether that will last eternity. Our energy that we shared your energy is always going to be a part of me. My energy I shared with you is always going to be a part of you, because energy never dies. So go find where you're supposed to be. Go find your path. Mark your spot. Build your house, whatever you got to do. And you can come back and forth and visit me anytime you want, because we're connected, And once they know that, once you relieve that part of the fear that they can't come back and they can't see you, or visit with you, once you relieve that fear from them, then they're able to move on. And the other part of the flip side of that is, people are afraid that if the spirit moves on, you're never going to see him again, right? And they can feel that. They can feel that you're afraid that if they move on, you'll never see him again. So you got to say to them, look, I know you'll come visit me, right? You got to also understand that they have to go, but you have to know yourself that they're welcome to come and visit you, right? Now there's no fear. You've gotten rid of your fear that you'll never see them again, because you've given them an open opportunity to come back and visit. And you got rid of their fear because they know that your energy's combined with them anyway for all these years, right? So they're attached to you regardless. So they can come and visit you anytime you want. And then once you both release that fear, both you and your spirit friend, once you both recognize that, your energy is part of each other, so you're always going to be attached anyway. It's time for you to move forward. And whenever you want to come see me, mate, I'll be here. You're welcome to come back anytime. And for a fact that they'll never get lost. They'll never be away from you, because your energy is attached to them, right? So there's no need for fear. There's no reason to be afraid that you won't see them again. There's no reason to be afraid that they won't come back and visit, because it's an open doorway.
Yeah, Sherry, that's very good advice. Oh, I agree.
Shadow people, as far as are not spirits, or shadow people and spirits the same?
Some of them are. A lot of people get under your thumb if they see a black spirit that it's bad. Okay, it doesn't mean jack shit. People are racist. Okay, when it comes to spirits, if it's white, it's good. If it's black, it's bad. They're very racist. Okay? Spirits don't give a crap about the color. Okay, people are so racist. It's black, so it's bad. It's white, so it's good. Horse crap. Okay. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, a shadow person, okay, who is black, they don't even notice that they're black. They don't even care, okay, because they are who they are, right? So they're not trying to be white or anything, right? So just because something's black does not mean it's bad. 9 times out of 10, they're good people. They're good things, okay? Just because it's black doesn't mean nothing. Okay? And if you think about it, I would be more afraid of the white spirits because obviously, if they're a white spirit anyway, they're going to be white, right? But think about this, okay? If a black spirit is bad that's coming to your house, they're not going to come to you as a black spirit because they don't want you to know that they're a black spirit until they feel like it. So they're going to show up white, okay? They're not going to say, "Hey, here's my card. Look at this. I'm a black spirit. I'm a nasty old prick, you know, blah, 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 blah." They're going to show up as a sweet, innocent little thing, you know. They're going to show up as a white light. They're going to show up as a golden color, you know. They're not going to show up with their true form of the blackness that they are. They're going to purposely change their color so you won't know that they're a bad spirit, right? They're not going to announce themselves that they're bad. So assuming something's bad because it's black is ridiculous, okay? The color has nothing to do with the spirit world.
Yeah. I've been chased by a shadow person before, so I'm kind of nervous around them.
Well, of course. I mean, yes, some black shadows, you know, are just that. They're nasty shits, right? Some of them are. But like it's a small percentage, really, in the grand scheme of things. A lot of the shadows, the things you see on the corner of your eye, the dark shadow that goes across your wall. I mean, walk past your own damn wall and watch your shadow on the wall. Guess what color it's going to be? Dark gray or black. Does that mean you're a bad person? No, it's your damn shadow. Right? So their astral body goes by, and because of the light reflection, it shows this as a dark shadow. Doesn't mean that they're bad, right? It just means that's what their shadow looks like at this point, and they're mist, so they bleed out the shadow, right? Here's what you do, and it's very simple, okay? Remember that most spirits, unless they've never been human form or they've never been animal or whatever, all spirits are just people. They were people once, okay? You treat them the way you wish to be treated, okay? That's all. Don't go in there and ask them to do dances and bubbles and blow, smoke and sunshine up your butt. Just treat them like you would anybody else. Be friendly, be cordial, be nice to them, and they'll be nice to you 99% of the time, okay? Spirits are people too. Treat them the way you wish to be treated. That's half your battle, okay? Secondly, don't judge the book by a cover. Remember that speech? But do judge the fruit of the tree. Okay? You see a dark shadow spirit, don't assume it's bad. If it's dark shadow spirit, within a few days, you're going to know it's bad just by the shit it's doing, right? But if that shadow's there, and say you lost your car keys, and all of a sudden your car keys are right there in front of you, well, that shadow just helped you find your keys. Why is that necessarily a bad spirit, right? Or, judge it by what it does. Judge just as you would your friend, just as you would a stranger on the street, just as you would anybody else. You judge a person by their actions, not by their race, their color, their religion, their sexual preference, how much money they make, what type of house they live in. You can't judge a person by the toppings, right? You got to judge the person by what they do. You judge the person by their action. Same thing with the spirits, okay? Just because you see a dark spirit doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean it's good. Judge it by what it does, and then you won't go wrong, right? If you see a white spirit, same thing. You see a white spirit, don't be sucked in because it's white. Judge it by what it does. See what its actions are. Watch it for a couple of days. Experience what it does in your place. Then you'll know for sure whether it's a piece of crap you want to get rid of or a friend.
with black thing?
It just went by his screen.
Oh,
Oh, that's just
I
Herman.
don't know.
That's my pet.
Her-
That's my pet fly, Herman. I have a pet fly named Herman, and he sits on my computer, and he usually sits on my space bar, and every once in a while, he's like a guy that's got a new job and he really hates your boss, and there's that photocopy machine, and he goes and takes a picture of his ass and sends it to his boss. Well, Herman likes to go on the camera and moon YouTube. He wants to be a YouTube celebrity, so he goes up on my camera and he moons everybody. You know, he's a bit of a shit for doing it, but I mean that's just what he likes to do. But it's just a fly named Herman.
Or actually, a fly.
Yeah.
It's just
You
a
go,
fly named Herman.
Herman.
Now, sometimes you'll see things in here going on that isn't Herman, but that was Herman that last couple times.
It probably was.
There's Bama. There's Bama. See what Bama said? Even the devil comes to man in the form of a white light. Right? So
Yeah.
don't be fooled by the color. You know, don't be racist. It's not nice being racist. You know, don't be racist. Judge by what you see and what you feel. You know, and trust your gut feeling too, though. You know, like if you think, oh, that might be a bad spirit, and you got this gut feeling, back away from it until you know what it is. Like trust your guts, but don't believe it until you see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Geez, I was getting ready to ask you something. Shoot.
Brain fart.
Yeah, brain fart. Exactly.
We're having a senior moment. We'll get it.
Oh, let me see. Geez. I forget what I was going to say. It must not have been important.
Well, that's all right. He'll come back. And in the meantime, I'm going to put high.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to put high in chat in case somebody wants to check out my place. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, yeah, mods. If any of you have Danny's link, go ahead and post it in there.
You know, I'll say hi like that once in a while. Hey, how you doing, Woody? Shadow Demon Woody's in here. He's a good guy. Haunted Rituals, Anthony. How you doing, brother? There's a couple others came in that I didn't say hi. I'm not ignoring you.
Oh, yeah, Anthony. I was there whenever your camera got snapped. Your tripod.
Yeah.
I always trust my gut.
Yeah, Lorraine was something else. That's for sure.
Yeah. I have a pretty good sense of people and situations and stuff, and I don't normally get scared, but if I get scared, then I have a feeling there's something really going on there.
Yeah.
Coffee.
That's a big cup of coffee.
I need one of those.
Yeah, that's it, boy. I tell you.
Oh. Yeah, we were talking in your chat earlier about needing coffee IVs and stuff.
Oh, yeah, coffee, nectar of the gods. I don't want to get too much blood in the caffeine system. That's the problem.
Oh. Sometimes I tell you, I would just drag. My butt would be dragged.
That's it.
Is or isn't. Yeah, thanks for Belinda for posting his link.
Thank you.
But boy, we've got a nice crowd in here tonight. I'll have to check that out again, Anthony. Thank you.
I'm just rolling a couple bones while I'm sitting here.
Oh, okay.
You know.
He's rolling some bones.
Yeah, I'm not. If I'm not answering you in chat, you're gonna have to tell me what they're saying because I'm rolling bones for people that I haven't rolled a bone before. Just want to make sure that because I love my YouTubians. I want to make sure I got everybody.
Yeah, there's quite a few good people here, good channels here.
Oh yeah, there's lots of good ones.
Oh yeah,
I
they're
think I
great.
got most of the people.
Okay, Anthony, I'll have to check that out on that video. Oh, he said there was something black coming to the frame right about the time it broke. His tripod broke.
Oh,
Snapped off.
Oh, hey Thomas, how you doing?
well, I'm gonna have to lay down.
Oh, good night. Albert has to go to bed. He
Good
gets
night,
up at 4
Albert.
a.m. to
Sorry to hear that, Albert. My condolences.
I've watched you on my breaks a couple times.
Good job. Good job.
It's funny because he'll sign in with my account, and he said he was talking to you last week or so, and you just never know which one of us you're going to get.
No, you never know. And normally I say hi, Terry, and Al, just to make sure that, And
Yeah.
Covered all the bases.
every once in a while I pay attention enough to notice which one it really is, but. Okay, there.
Well, good
I
night,
rolled everybody's bones that I didn't have, so.
Good night, Thomas. Linda. See
Yeah.
you soon.
See you soon. Have a good sleep. Good night.
Oh, Belinda's sticking around. Okay.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And if you see them on the wall, take a spoon and eat them all.
Does anyone else have a random song pop in their head?
All the time. All the time. Especially when someone's giving me a bunch of crap. Someone's yapping off at me or whatever. For the first minute, I'll listen, and then it gets annoying. So all of a sudden, all I hear in my head is, Louie, Louie. Oh, yeah, we got to go. No. Louie, Louie. And then there's this little monkey in my head, and it's got a tambourine, and it goes ching, 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 flip, ching, 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 flip. And that's all I hear.
I can't say it's ever happened to me whenever I've been someplace like that. It normally happens to me any other time. But I'm all hyped up to what I'm doing whenever I'm filming and stuff. So
Yeah, it just depends.
have any distraction.
Yeah, no, I'm normally pretty good. But like, there was one place we went, and it was a very negative area. It was so weird. Anyway, I start walking into the building, right? True story. As I'm going up in my head, I'm hearing dun 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 dun. That theme for Jaws. Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
dun.
no.
I'm like,
Oh, no.
okay, whoa. Back up, put my shield on a little bit, protect myself a little bit. Okay, now we'll go forward again. I get these weird horror movie horror movie songs, eh? They start playing in my head as I get closer and closer, and I'm like, okay, maybe I. And I think it's Astro telling me, hey, dumbass, put on your shield. Don't walk in there wide open, So it's a do. Okay.
That's funny. That would totally freak me out. I don't think I could.
It was just weird. It's like, what?
Eat those ruby slippers, Liam. Yep. He's off to see the wizard.
That's it. Get heels together 3 times. He won't be in Kansas anymore. You'll be in a bar with people looking at you funny. Hey, Peachy Pie, how you doing,
That's
dear?
funny.
Welcome.
Ooh. What's ooh, Sherry?
Peachy's really good, people. If you don't know Peachy's really a good supporter. So is Sherry, of course.
Run, Forrest, run.
Run, Forrest, run. You got paper, that's good. You got to have paper. When you go on an investigation, people, okay? Let me tell you, there's a couple, people bring stuff they think they're going to need, but people often forget stuff that they should have that they don't bring. Okay, one thing you want to bring, if you're going on a really scary location, wear brown pants just in case, okay? You never know when brown pants will come in handy. Trust me on this one. Also, on the way to the location, when you're going to the location, it's good to stop at the gas station. And if you go in the gas station, they sell these little things and they're shaped like trees. They're called car fresheners. Buy 2 of them and tie 1 on each side of your brown pants, because now they won't, not only will they not realize you shit yourself, they're not going to smell it. So it's a good precaution to do that, right? And a roll of toilet paper, okay? Bring a roll of toilet paper, especially if you're in a wooded area. Sure, you could use leaves, but what if it's poison ivy that you grab? Well, now you've got a whole new problem, okay? So make sure you bring toilet paper. And of course, you can wipe your butt, with $1. But when you use 3/4, 2 dimes, and a nickel, it's kind of messy. So make sure you bring toilet paper. It's just better for you.
Well, I have a shy bladder, so with all those spirits around, I don't have anything to worry about.
Bring a urinal, Oh, and here's another tip for you. Okay. If you see a nasty ghost, okay, you're okay. What you're gonna do when you see a ghost is you're gonna toss your secret weapon at them. Okay. Now, all you got to do is reach around behind you and put your hands down the back of your pants. Trust me, it'll be there. Grab a handful and whip it in his eyes, right? And then you have to go like this. That'll give you enough time to run out of the building and get away from him, okay? So you can always, you're slimed, and pretend that you're a slimer. And you slime, you hit him right in the eyes. And as he's cleaning his eyes, get the hell out of Dodge, So, you always got your secret weapon. There's always that, too. So there you go. There's some tips for you when you're going on a ghost hunting into a very nasty place. Make sure you do that. Okay, good. Moving on.
Okay. Oh, that is so funny. Okay. Here's one for you from Vicky. Did you ever go to a cemetery where people who visited were getting sick?
Oh, yes. We're going back there tomorrow. That's the cemetery I have to go to tomorrow. That's the one that it's been good. It's been good for 45 years now. There's never been any problem with it. But the last couple of months, they say they feel like there's a little bit of a negative thing there. So I'm going there tomorrow, and I'm going to make a cinema of it, so you'll all see it. It's the oldest church in Canada, plus right beside that is this native burial ground. So we're going to go there tomorrow, feed the spirits, I'm gonna pour water and levitation for the spirits. I'll maybe give them some food and stuff, and visit with them, and probably do some EVPs and talk on the spirit box with them. So we're going there tomorrow, to that very location actually. So I think we're leaving here at 11 in the morning, 11 or 12 in the morning, and we should be back by 9 p.m. anyway. And then I'm going to work on it and edit it, and I'll be putting it up on the channel. So you'll see the whole thing, how we cleanse the land, how we pour water, like because we're not only going there for an investigation. I want to go there and just give some blessings and do a little bit of land cleansing and purify anything that might be there, just to make sure that it stays clear.
Yeah.
So that'll be on the channel within the next day or two.
Sherry. Oh, Sherry just peed her pants. So. You mentioned when they mentioned about getting sick. It reminded me of there's in Scotland a Kirkyard. I can't think of the name of it. It's like in Glasgow or
well, it's just
Dublin.
Yeah,
I've heard all sorts of stuff about that. People getting sick and stuff in there, and getting pushed and shoved.
I was actually born into it, Anthony. It's we have a long line of doing it. I need another break for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. He needed a break. Yes. Yeah. Please feel free to I'm doing okay, Anthony. How you doing? It's so much fun having Danny on the show. He cracks me up. How? Not too bad, Jennifer. How's your? Oh, hi, Terry, Anthony's mom. Well, that's cool. She's even watching now. Oh, I want to show you all something I picked up. It's new set of cards, the Gilded Reverie. Maybe later on. Hey, welcome back.
Hi, I'm back. I just realized I should. I'm going to answer Anthony's question a little bit more detailed. I started working in the paranormal. My very first case that I worked on. This is the one that cemetery I'm going back to. Was March 15th, 1969. That's my very first case when I first started working with it. I was in it 3 or 4 years before that, studying and learning stuff and teaching. I never had an actual case. But the Shaman Society put me on my first case, March 15, 1969. That's how long I've been doing this stuff. So hopefully that answers your question better.
That's cool. No, they say don't use subscribe or anything whenever you talk in the chat. I've never had any problem with it, but I heard you could get flagged or something for doing it.
Well, if you say it over and over without being in a sentence, yeah, then they think it's spam. But if it's used properly in a sentence, if it's used properly in a sentence, they don't really care. But I always just say roll your bones or show some love or whatever, and it avoids the whole thing.
Got you back.
Yeah, I got you back. Yeah.
Oh, Anthony wants to do some videos with you sometime.
Well, if we're ever in the same area, why not?
He's out around Washington.
Well, if I get down that way or you come up this way, I'm more than happy to take you around, or you can take me around, I'm actually planning on doing a big tour. I was going to start it this year, but with the way things worked out, it never happened. But we're going to be going across Canada. We're going to be going down throughout the States and all these different areas, and we're going to be hooking up with a lot of YouTubians. Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Okay. So instead of the Rolling Stones tour, it'd be the Rolling Bones tour, huh?
The Rolling Bones tour. That's it. Brought to you by Kitty Nuggets. Little pieces of chicken shaped like kitties.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I love chicken any way you make it.
Yeah, I like chicken. Blackened chicken, baked chicken, shaken baked chicken. It's all good.
Yeah, Danny's up in Ontario, up that way.
Yeah.
Kind of the opposite side of Canada.
That's it.
And Anthony was wondering about what part of Canada you lived in.
Yeah, northern Ontario, Thunder Bay.
Oh yeah, you're talking, Anthony. I love fried chicken.
Mm-hmm. Fried chicken with corn on the cob. Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks.
I come from a. Hey, it's all Anthony's fault.
Yeah, we're gonna blame Anthony for that one.
I'm just repeating what he said.
Yeah, now my stomach's starting to shake hands with my backbone.
I'm having stuffed peppers myself for dinner. I haven't. Terry, you should eat for me on October 9th and 10th. Oh, is that when you're having the surgery?
Well, prayers and blessings for your surgery. Hope it all goes good.
Yeah, Jennifer, if they're doing away with YouTube chat in September. Oh, I didn't hear that, Liam. I hope not.
Oh, they're getting rid of the messenger anyway, if they haven't already. But the live chat,
Oh,
you want to understand, like when you're doing these things, that chat will stay. but there's not going to be any Messenger at all connected with YouTube,
Oh, okay.
which is perfectly fine because I don't use it anyway. So
Well, it'll be
I,
kind of awkward because I've gotten so used to using it.
I you know, I'm not really good when it comes to these things here. Like for me, progress peaked with microwave popcorn. I didn't even know there was a messenger on YouTube, if I'm honest, until someone said they're taking it away, and I went, "Oh, okay."
Well, I'm not really used to it a lot. I don't take in do it as much as a lot of people. Some people, that's just about the only way I know how to get hold of them.
Yeah. Well, I've always used Facebook Messenger, and now I've got that Twitter thing, so I use the Twitter manager, blah, blah, buttery taste messenger. But that's it.
Uh,
I never even got.
I've never.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
I never even figured out that damn Google Messenger crap. So I mean, I tried, but I always get lost trying to figure it out.
When I heard they were taking it down, I just didn't bother. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks, Anthony.
I love this duck with earmuffs system. The quack yards there. Ducky. When I get enough money, I'm gonna get that year subscription. But they don't take PayPal, eh? The StreamYard don't take PayPal. I keep sending them messages. Hey, come on, let's get PayPal. You know, because I don't. The only way I can get it.
Really?
Yeah, you have to use your credit card. So I have to go get a prepaid card if I want to get it. Apparently, there's a way you can do it through. You know, I think you gotta give it a kiss goodnight, wrap it with a ribbon, put a blanket over it, dance around the bed 3 times, and hold a rose in your hand. You're able to link it somehow to your bank account or whatever. But I don't know how to do it. So.
Oh. Well, I don't even have a bank account, so.
Yeah, but I really like this StreamYard system, the way it works and everything else. I love this. I tried a couple of the other ones and they slow my machine right down, and it doesn't work worth a crap.
Huh. This was the only one I could get that made my camera work.
Yeah,
I have an older camera that I've been using, and it wouldn't work with just regular YouTube. So.
Yeah, same thing. Like this one here, click, 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 boom. And the other ones, well, it got me busier than a 4-peckered billy goat trying to figure. Okay, now I have to do this, and I gotta do this over here, and I can't be bothered. This one is tick tick done.
Oh, hey Liam, what you do is you go on YouTube and just write in uncopy written music or
free music.
no
Free music. Hang on. I actually got a guy that he's one of my YouTubers that has a thing. It's free music. Shit, I can't remember the name of it. I wish he was here. But I mean, you can use all his stuff. He's got tons of stuff on there. No, this guy's stuff is all free, and he's got like tons and tons of stuff. I mean, all you do is you gotta put like underneath, where your notes are or whatever, like about or underneath your cinema there, where it says that more page, you just copy their link and paste it in there, so other people want to go to it, they can go to it. But it doesn't affect you or your income or your channel at all.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, it's It's a thing that he's got a license agreement with different companies, and he's allowed to do it. But you just copy and paste, and it doesn't affect your monetization at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you happen to find out which one that is, maybe you could leave a message in the bottom of.
Yeah, I'll leave a message in the bottom. I see him every day. Every morning he's in my chat. In Danny's morning show. Morning with Danny, or
Okay.
afternoon with the daytime one that I do. He's always there. He's such a super good guy.
Yeah, I've always just used the YouTube stuff.
Hang on, I'll go see if I can get it. But my camera might slow down because I open up an extra page. But I'll go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if I slow down, it's just because I'm trying to find the link for you. I can
Okay.
go to my tweaker, twacker, twatter, twit, whatever that account is called. Twitter, and I got them in there. Free music jukebox.
Okay.
Free music jukebox. That's what it's called.
Free music jukebox.
Yeah, actually, some of my songs, I'm actually going to give them permission to put a couple of my songs on there that I wrote.
Oh, that's cool.
So.
Okay, Jennifer. Good night.
Good night. Sorry, I can't see chat.
Belinda says coffee music has some. I've never heard of coffee music. Well, thank you for joining us, Jen. We've got a great little group in here tonight.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I'm just looking to see if I can find a post I can, bounce to his channel. Oh, why am I doing that? I just go to my profile, dum-dum. Okay, go to profile, go to followers. 90 people are following me. Man, they must be bored. Okay. There we go. Now, there's supposed to be a YouTube link on here. Where the heck is the link? What's this? Maybe? Do. I'll find it. It just takes me a couple of 100 years. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted.
That's okay.
Okay. We'll do it this way. Do.
Where I'm at, I have the videotape of the security cameras around. And
Okay.
one's focused on the dollar house or the demon house.
All right.
And I can see every now and then, late at night, I'll see like a white head shoulders go past the windows and stuff. Windows where there's like shutters on the windows and stuff. You shouldn't be able to see.
No.
I see that a lot.
There we go. Hot diggity dog. I finally found it. It only took me 17 years. There we go. This is who you want to connect with right here. Okay. There we go. It's called Free Music Jukebox. Good guy. That's him right there.
Okay.
I don't know if it went through or not, but I copied and pasted if that works, but I'm not blue, so I don't know if it went through. So one of you moderators have to make it seeable.
I'm not getting. I get the StreamYard page.
Yeah.
Liam
Well, I
said he
could put the
doesn't
link
see.
here. Here, I'll put the link in our private part there. And you can copy and put it in the thing.
I see it. Okay.
It's called Free Music Jukebox, and he's a super duper nice guy. So if you don't understand how it works, just leave him a message and he'll tell you exactly what to do.
Okay, here we go.
There you go. That's it right there.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm sure a lot of the Tubians on here will get some use out of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like I say, if you're not sure how to use it or whatever, just, you know, on any of his cinemas, just leave a message and he'll get you right back.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I was starting to run out of things on YouTube to use. So that'll be a nice, different.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's a nice
selection.
change.
Yeah, I find myself using a lot of the same music as a lot of people else do.
Well, I wrote my own for my channel, you know.
I'm not that talented.
I'm not either, but everybody says I am. And I'll take it, you know. But I don't know. Whatever. It worked. I enjoy it. The music I write and stuff, and Don Broyles, he's my partner when it comes to our music. I write all the lyrics, and I sometimes suggest how I like the tune to sound, but I give him full access. Like he actually is the one that decides the final melody we're going to use and stuff, and he plays it and sings it for me. So I would sing it myself, but I can't play guitar anymore. So once I learn how to replay it, I'll do a few of my own.
Well, I wish I could do something like that. I used to I DJ'd. I didn't make any of my, just played around with what was already available.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Well, a lot of relatives are DJs. And DJs are needed, you know, like,
I
Hey.
used to have a blast doing it.
yeah, a lot of fun. My phone just went ding.
Anyone? Oh, I heard it on here too. If anyone has any questions for Danny, you can go ahead and write them in.
Yeah, I'll answer any questions if I can. Are you kidding me? 10 million messages on my phone. That's because I never check them, you know.
Oh, okay. Okay, surely. Okay, I've got it. I got it saved on here. As soon as this is over, I'll
tell you my name of
send
my.
it.
I'm gonna type the name of my. I'm not gonna put the link, but I'm gonna type the name of my. Because Liam asked me to find his group, and I'm crap at that. So I'm gonna just put the link to my, not the link, the thing, and then you can check my group, and then I'll get you back.
It'll probably be faster.
That's the name of mine. That's my. If you type that in that Facebook thingy, my group will show up, and that's where you can get a hold of me, and I'll definitely get you back. And if you do, if anyone does go to that group, feel free to put links to your channel, your pages and stuff on that page. That's what it's for. So like you can put your. I already put Terry's on there and a few other people on there. But feel free to post any links that you want to share, pictures you want to share. If you did a really cool cinema you want people to see, don't be shy. Put your link on there, you know.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, put the link to your own page on there. You know, that's what it's for. So feel free to, you know, share your links because, you know. And then there's also the Seabass Paranormal group chat thingy. As soon as you join the club, you get that as well. So if you're going live or whatever, put a link in that, and then anyone that's around, if they want to come and see what you're doing, they'll be able to click on it and come to watch your stream. So in the messenger for the group, feel free to put your chat. If you're going live or whatever, just put going live and then put the link in there.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I like everybody to share, eh? Because that way we can grow as a community, and you know, we all get to know each other better, and so yeah, feel free to join up, and don't be shy. I mean, if you want to put your Facebook banner in there, just copy and paste and click it in there, and you'll have a really cool banner shows up on my page, and yeah, it'll be great.
Well, that's cool. Shaking Shamrocks.
Shaking Shamrocks.
Okay, Belinda, thanks. Belinda just posted Danny's group page.
Thank you.
Up there.
Yeah, and the other thing too is whenever you come to my live streams, okay, the only reason I do live streams is because I like to interact with my YouTubians. But one of my rules is when you come to my live stream, what you do is you go over, you hit those three dots, drop that chat thing down, and go to channel, and then you'll find a red button. It says YouTubians on there. Actually, I think it was written in Russian or something because it's actually spelled SCURIBE or some damn fool thing, but it's supposed to say YouTubians. Anyway, you click that button, then you come back into the chat, like right here, and you put down Belinda, rolled your bones. Liam, rolled your bones. Terry, rolled your bones. And Terry's a witness to this. then everybody else goes, "Hey, Terry, rode your bones. Liam, rode your bones." You know, and then all my YouTubers get to know each other, and I like that.
Nice. I like to encourage it on here too.
And Terry will be the first to tell you that I keep telling everybody that throughout my entire stream to be doing that. So yeah, he knows darn well that I do that. So
Yeah, yep, that's true. Yeah, we do need to support one another.
you betcha. That's the main thing. I mean, if we all support each other, like some people say, "Oh, well, all these people are different." I say, "Fantastic. That's what makes us so strong." You know, the fact that all this, you know, I always tell everybody when they come to my stream, look at all I care about. You go get your evidence, right? You do your investigation, you collect your evidence. As long as you've got integrity, you put on, you look at it, you and your group look at it, and you go, "I can't explain this. You know, it's not natural or whatever." You put that on your channel, you know, and say, "We don't know what it is. You know, as far as we're concerned, it's paranormal. Feel free to believe what you want." You know, and you got to be proud of the stuff you put on your cinemas, you know, and that's good for everybody, you know. And the fact that everybody gets it, everybody does it different. That is so awesome because, you know, I might learn a little bit from Terry because Terry's doing something different I never done. So I go, "Oh, I'm going to use this little bit of what he does here, this little piece. And I'm going to incorporate that into how I do something over here," you know. Like if we all did everything the same, we wouldn't learn jack shit, right? But the fact that we're all different, if we share our the way we do stuff, if we share, you know, how we approach different things, we can teach each other stuff. And I mean, like you might not use, say I do one thing and there's 4 or 5 steps. You might not use 4 of those steps, but one part of that steps, you say, "Hey, I could use this little section here," and you incorporate it into your own stuff, you know. And that's how we learn. That's how we grow, you know. And as long as we're supporting each other and we're all being, we all have our integrity and we're doing our best to actually show our evidence, you know, regardless of what it is, we're all going to be fine. All right, Peachy. Thank you, sweetheart, for popping in. Really appreciate it. You've been here for a while, and we'll see you tomorrow.
But yeah, Liam, a lot of people don't. I try, if I can think of an alternate reason why something's happening, I'll try to include it in my videos.
Yeah, me too.
You know, this could be this.
You know, and like myself, I just show you what I get. This is what I got, period. You know, a lot of times I don't get a damn thing. Well, that's what I'm going to show you. I didn't get a damn thing, you know, but I had a good time. I had fun. The group had fun. We enjoyed each other's company. So we're still going to put the cinema up for it, even if there's nothing in there, you know. And a lot of times we get some dynamite evidence, you know. Well, of course, that's going to go in there too. So. You know,
Oh, that was nice of you, Liam.
You know, just because you don't get anything, it doesn't mean it shouldn't go up on there, you know, because your adventure is what's important. You know, the fact that you did it, you know, you got a couple EVPs or whatever, it doesn't matter what you get. It's the fact that you're doing it and you're showing people your way of doing it. Like people learn, a lot of people learn, even if you didn't get evidence, but they see the way you're doing things, they can learn from that, right? And it's always entertaining. So, you know, a lot of times we don't get squat. Other times we get buckets. You know, it just depends.
I've been lucky for the most part. I've gotten tons of stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know,
where I've
yeah, a lot of times I get good stuff, but a lot of times I don't get. But I don't care, you know, because either way, it was a good experience. I went out, you know, like I actually went to one place, and this one guy got loads of stuff. And I went there, I didn't get squat, you know, and but just because I didn't get squat doesn't mean it's not active or it's not. It's just that I didn't get. Herman, get off of there. It just means I didn't get it. Right? But, you know, and then the next time I went, I did get stuff. So, Yeah, it's all about sharing
Yeah.
and doing stuff.
Oh, definitely. I've picked a little bit up here and there from different people, and what I've liked and what I didn't like, I've tried to avoid. And
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you got to do what feels good for you. You know, everybody has to do their own way. Everybody has to have their own way of doing it, and I encourage that. You know.
So many don't. So many don't what, Liam? Put people's links in the descriptions. I'm sorry, I'm on a bit of a lag here.
Yeah, we're both a little bit behind. Don't support one another. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. A lot of people don't support each other, which is silly. You know, I don't get that. Like I try to support each and every one of my people, you know, my YouTube. You gotta support the people that support you, you know? Like not supporting the other people and not supporting that's just dumb, you know. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
I try to help
because people are gonna realize after a while, oh, this person, you know, people are gonna see what you do, you know.
And how you treat people. Yeah. That's true.
It makes a big difference, you know.
Yeah, it does. Well, boy, we've been on here for over 2 hours.
Awesome.
And I'm getting kind of hungry myself.
Me too. I'm about ready to go eat the south end of a northbound horse. So I think it's time for us to, you know, maybe call it a day. I'm gonna go have a bite.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have a bite to eat, and then maybe check out someone else's stream and doing that.
Okay, well, I want to thank you for joining us tonight, Danny.
Honor and a privilege.
Sure appreciate it.
Honor and a privilege. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it, and you know, you're welcome on my stream anytime too. So, in fact,
thank you.
In fact, we should do a couple. I was thinking maybe start doing something once a week, me and you together. You know, maybe 1 week on your stream, the next week on my stream, or something.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know, we'll pick a day where we can, you know, we go back and forth on each other's stream. Like 1 week we'll do yours, next week we'll do mine, sort of thing.
Okay, well, that sounds nice.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And then that way we get to know each other's people, right?
Yeah, we have completely different people for the most part.
Yeah, so I mean that'll be a great time. All right, everybody. Blessings to everybody. I'm gonna get off of here, so Terry can close out. It's been great. Thank you all for coming. Blessings to all, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you, brother. We'll see you next time.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Good night. And I was gonna read some cards, but it's getting late, so I think I'm gonna end here now too myself. But I want to thank you all for showing up, and it's been a lot of fun. Always is with Danny on. Yeah, blessings to you, Danny, and you all have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you all maybe Wednesday. Okay. So remember, believe, peace.